Hello, welcome to my channel. Fibromyalgia sucks. Okay, I wanted to talk with you about living with fibromyalgia. What's it truly like to have fibromyalgia and how does it affect your life? Well, there's not much living per se, it's surviving fibromyalgia. That's how I found it in the last 15, 16 years. Surviving, managing, as you know there's no cure, so it's all about basically getting by on a daily basis. No day has ever been the same. I've said that before on my videos, that the days vary so dramatically. Medicine that works good one day doesn't work very well the next. The same for exercise, something that works one day doesn't work very well the next. And it's all about trying to find the right balance, not pushing yourself too far. You've got to push yourself. You've got to try and find where your limits are, what your body is capable of. But it's very easy to go too far. My apologies for not doing a video in the past week. I've had guests, or we've had guests from Norway, and it's been a bloody tough week because, of course, they're here. They're on holiday. They want to swim. They want to go sightseeing, they want to do everything, and of course you want to be part of that. So I've been pushing myself. The end result has been that I have consumed probably double my painkillers. in an attempt to keep up, which is not good. And that was a sign of when they left on Saturday. On Sunday I was pretty much in bed crippled. Yesterday was Monday and I kept on falling asleep randomly, strange places, unable to stop myself sleeping, and it was just because my body was pushed too far, wiped too far. There's not an easy sort of way to balance it. There's no rule book for fibromyalgia. There's a million web pages. You all know that. You've seen that yourselves. But is there a right and wrong way to balance your life? I've not found a way of getting back to work yet. I struggle most days with the cleaning the house, looking after the kids, keeping on top of bills, homework, appointments, stuff like that, because of course the fibro fog kicks in. For me and for the kids, alarms are the way to go. I have, I think, 7 alarms in the morning, which tells us when we need to then brush teeth and pack bags and get ready for school or whatever it is we're doing on the day. I've used the apps, the calendar apps, more than ever, and that is just purely because I'm unable to retain all the information that I need to. So whenever I get an appointment in, it goes straight into the app with warnings the day before and an hour before the actual event, because I just can't retain those sort of things. The balancing of the house, I have good weeks where I'm able to, like on one of my videos, I managed to clean the whole house on that day, but that video was done about 3-4 months ago, and since then I've been able to do rooms, if that. Maybe it wasn't that long ago, 2 months, I don't know. Fibro fog, there you go. It's difficult, you know. The living with the fibromyalgia is, as I've said on many occasions, it's an illness that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, and that is not even a joke. I would hate for anybody to get this illness, because with the cancers you get the sympathy and it's a lot more visual. With many other illnesses, there's a test result that you can show people that you've got it, and there's a lot more funding behind other illnesses to find cures. But with fibromyalgia, even though it's crippling so many millions of people, it's just ignored. Going back to this last week, I was taking tablets to remain social in the evening, so we'd go out swimming all day, and as you can imagine, that's not an easy job. Sounds nice and it's beautiful weather with the swimming and whatnot, but you can imagine the energy that takes out on you. I was suffering with a really bad sore neck, so of course sitting in the car to and from, and the swimming and everything was rocking my neck back and forth, and it pretty much just killed me. When they left on Saturday, I literally just collapsed. I was gone. So that part, you know, even after 15-16 years, it's not a... I don't know how my body's going to react, how best to attack these things. I thought I was doing well, because for 3 days, usually I have a day of doing something active, but then I need a day of relaxing and then get back on, usually a couple of days after, being able to push myself again. But this time was very much like I went 1, 2, 3 days in a row, full steam ahead. That was swimming, come home, managed to sleep for about an hour, which really wasn't very good sleep because of the pain, but then took extra painkillers and was social in the evenings up until late evening, and then the process started all over again. On the third day, it was actually a boat trip, which was very early morning, leaving to the boat and then out on the boat all day. That rocking back and forth was really great on my neck. And then we went to Camino and Blue Lagoon and swam there again. It sounds all lovely, and you know, I was in absolute bloody agony but I thought I sort of found something new because I was able to do it for the 3 days constantly, and I thought, right, so that's the key. Push through it, push through the pain, push as hard as I can, and then my body kind of gets to a point of accepting it, so I can push a lot longer and a lot further than I ever have before. And then come day 4, I was absolutely crippled, could barely walk. No energy, a lot of fatigue. Still had to get up and go to the beach, but that was very much just laying on the sunbed, wishing for the slow release of death. So I haven't learned that side. The not being able to get back to work sucks because, of course, there's no finances for the family. We are very limited on everything that we can do, and that hurts a lot, especially as the kids are growing up, not being able to buy them what they desire, constantly having to plan for the simple fact of a birthday to get just enough cash together, and then the wife killing herself, absolutely killing herself to get enough money together so that we can survive. You know, I don't want that. If I could even do it so I was working 50%, then she could cut down to 50%, and then she's not killing herself. It's not living with fibromyalgia so much as it's surviving it. There are good points. You can learn to... you can learn to balance it in respect of having a lot better periods. For me, as what I've spoken before, the walking helps me a lot. That's really important for me, because that has given me a new lease of life. These videos have pushed me a lot more. Today I definitely didn't want to come out with the pain, but my son wanted to come out. He's running around here somewhere, and you know, pushing myself to make these videos, which is great. I love it. I love making the videos. I'm not too keen on the editing afterwards, I'll be honest with you, because that's usually after the long walk or the using my mind way too much. So it gets to the editing and that just drags on, and my computer keeps on crashing every time I've edited for longer than 5 minutes, so that's getting quite tiring. These 4K videos are not helping with the process, but I've learned to control S a lot more to save up everything a lot more frequently than I used to. We don't go on the holidays that we want to do. We don't buy new cars. We don't own a house. We're having to rent, and it's all because of this fibromyalgia. And what can you do about it? Survive it. That's important. Get up, get out of bed, fight it every day. It can't win unless you give up, and it's not worth giving up. It's worthwhile fighting, because there are good days, as I said. You know, moving here to Malta, I now have the energy to be with my family, to play football with my boys, and to really have a life that I didn't have in Norway. And for me, that's important, to be able to get up out of bed. 2 nights ago I sent a message to my doctor because he sent me it felt like a very passive-aggressive picture that just stated long use opioids and, you know, the negative effects it has. 4 out of 5 were found after 12 weeks of use that the medicine didn't work any longer, and here I am now on 4 years of using the co-codamol to get out of bed. And I sort of snapped to him and I said that for ages, I don't care what's written on the box. It's all about getting out of bed, being able to take part in my family's life. That's been the important thing for me. And I think he sent me that because he just gave me a prescription for morphine syrup, because I explained to him that I was really suffering lately. And maybe he regretted writing the prescription, or whether he is just genuinely concerned about me. And if 4 out of 5 are finding it's more of a placebo effect after 12 weeks, well, then maybe I'm that 1 out of 5 that doesn't have that, and I actually do get a genuine effect from it. I.e., I've tried several times to stop the medicines and I suffer. I know when I've taken my tablet in the evening, I've said this before, because if I don't, about 2 hours after laying in bed I wake up with the numbness and the tingling returning. I don't know how strong the placebo effect is, but it's pretty impressive to be able to do that every time I forget a tablet, 2 hours, exactly 2 hours after I've actually fallen asleep. So I don't quite buy into that, but I'm not going to fill the prescription for the morphine syrup. I'll just continue as I am until something better comes along. It's just been made legal to get the cannabis buds, I think it's called, that you can use to vapor them. I don't know enough about it, but for 10 grams was going to be 170 euros in the pharmacies here. I can't afford that yet, so hopefully the price will reduce and I can try that out and see if I get any effect from it. Don't know if you guys are using the old marijuana, and if you are, write in the comments below and let me know if you're getting positive effects. From what I've heard, the signs are good for that, but yeah, time will tell, I suppose. Okay, well, take care of yourselves. Have a good day. Bye bye.